Hello, Mark Lanigan, self-healing practitioner, educator, January, February, March 16th, 3:41 p.m., a late afternoon journal. Um, Tai Chi lady, oh my gosh. Yeah, I definitely had to journal what's going on because there's just way too much going on um, in my little world that's all contained by myself. But Myra, if you've looked at any of the videos about Myra, my Tai Chi teacher, that's who she is. I mean, I guess because today she basically said she's my teacher. So, all right. So it is what it is. I got this 80-year-old lady that I meet on the street every once in a while who is my Tai Chi teacher now. and it's very strange because it's tied into my work with Alexis Aspie and the feminine in males in all of us. Um, it's tied in. It is tied into my pain. It's tied into movement. It's tied into the world. We're all tied into this, my little world of Tai Chi and Myra. Um, but anyways, to continue with Myra and our little Tai Chi class where I'm the student, um, she has taken me from a qigong standing meditation position, 2.5 inches apart with the feet, to a spread position, the Tai Chi position. So that's why I'm just going ahead and saying I'm learning Tai Chi formally, properly now. This lady is the highest level teacher that anyone could ever run into. She, she wouldn't teach you. If you had money, she wouldn't teach you. If you wanted to learn, it would depend. And it's like me. I mean, I didn't say I wanted to learn. It's just that I wanted to learn, and I did. And so she tested me after giving me just like I would do to somebody. I wouldn't waste my time giving them my high level stuff unless they were going to practice it. I've learned that about myself and my energy and my boundaries, and I'm learning about Myra and Alexis and my new mentors and friends. I mean, mentors. Yeah, okay, we can still call them mentors, and they can still be friends, and I can be their mentors too, because it's going both ways. It definitely can't work one way with me anymore, especially with Myra and Alexis and anybody really. So, anyways, taking me from the qigong 2.5 inch standing meditation position to the spread Tai Chi position, which is a strong position. I don't know a lot about it. I'm going to be learning. Um, and my first test was basically getting in the position. Uh, it's just a little bit wider than your shoulder width. You have to feel it out. There's no way for somebody to tell you. You have to feel out where your legs should be. So it's wider than your shoulders, toes pointed slightly inward, and you feel it out. And you want your shin bones straight up and down. It's an uncomfortable, unnatural position, but it is the proper position of the body. And the way you know you're in it is when you get your feet spread and your toe pointed in a little, and you rock back and forth. You can feel that you're centered and you're like a little tree. They probably have some names for it, but anyways, you can feel it because Myra was working with me today. And I gotta tell you, this is right on downtown State Street, Ukiah, man. And she's helping me up there. I'm humping the air, basically. And somebody got reported for that, and it got put in the newspaper. And here, my Tai Chi teacher is out there on the street telling me to hump the. Well, she didn't tell me to hump the air, but basically we were doing that motion because that motion of the hips and of 2 inches below the belly button is all important to everything. And it was just really strange that she hit me today because I'm so sore down near my belly on my left side from my low back. I mean, I'm injured. I have an injury. It's like I told her. I looked at her. I said, Myra, I I hurt like hell then. I can't barely move. And she would cut me no flipping slack, man. She put me in my little tree position with my legs, and then I'm trying to stand there and get my back straight, and I'm not right, apparently, according to her. She walks up and does her little Tai Chi thing on my upper body and tells me I'm about right, and I'm still standing there with my legs spread trying to get my tree position because I know what she's about to do to me. She's about to freaking push me with Tai Chi energy. And my body has to react right or I fail the test. So anyways, she she rearranges me. She tells me I'm leaning back too far. She works my upper body and I guess I'm right. and I'm feeling about right. And then she pushes me, and I didn't push right. I almost fell the frick over. And then she played with my hands a little, and I did some breath work, and she got me back in the zone. She's a great teacher. And once I had my hands and my shoulders sort of loose, my low back, oh yeah, that's when we were humping the air. I flexed my belly in and out. We were flexing it in and out. And then once that was loose, she had me stand straight again, and then she pushed on me again. And it was weird. It was like perfect. I guess I passed her test because, and I'd never felt anything quite like that before. My upper body moved. My lower body totally stayed, and my upper body just sort of moved and bounced, and then it bounced, and then it hit a stop, and then it like bounced back. It was like really weird. So, anyways, that's the Tai Chi pose. It's your feet are a little bit wider than shoulder width. Toes are slightly canted in. It's a feel position. You got to feel your strength, and then once you have that, your base, then your upper body, you want it to be free and work with that. And that's where she's taking me. And I just, I think that's just wonderful. I've got such people in my life right now, um, and a lot of women. So I guess I needed them in there. Definitely need a lot of repair work around women, that's for sure. So it's coming and going both ways. So I just wanted to jump on and talk about where things are going because I know um, things are going to pick up and things are going to go places people are never going to understand if I don't put the background to them. And Myra, nobody's going to ever understand a damn thing I do if they don't understand Myra and the basis of Tai Chi and Qigong for that matter. I mean, I don't use those terms and words much, and I'm going to have to start using them because people just don't know what that shit is. And I just assume they do. And I assume they know I know it. And I don't know that all. I've been taught by practitioners, so I only know, what they taught me. But yeah, I'm going to have to start working on my disclaimers a little bit further about, where my training comes from and where my background comes from, whether it was formal or not. It's it's just incorporated so much into my movement and into what I'm doing. So yeah, qigong, and I had Tai Chi training. That standing meditation was also Tai Chi. I learned it from a Tai Chi teacher who had qigong training. Um, so there's always a confusion about where these things come from, but no confusion about Myra. Everything that she's teaching me is 100% solid Tai Chi, no qigong involved. Um, I, I don't even want to bring up that conversation with her. And I doubt she has any Qigong training because she spent so much of her training in Tai Chi and in that world, which is a totally separate world from Qigong. I mean, one is Eastern and, well, they're both Eastern, but one is Oriental and one is Indian. And Tai Chi is more the Indian type of thing. Curious, I don't know those roots myself, so if somebody wants to research that someday, where those exactly come from. But I've done all the research on background of things that I'm ever going to do. Once I did my background on Vedic science and Sanskrit, you can't go back any further than that. Sanskrit's the original language of man. There's no language before that, written language, so couldn't have been recorded except on cave paintings. It probably was. But if you look up Sanskrit and all that stuff, you'll be amazed to find out that when the first language of man came out, they didn't write books, but they had a lot to say. They had definitely had a lot to say. They had knowledge that was beyond knowledge that's here on the world today in masses. It has to be searched out and found pretty much by the individual. But that's what Vedic science is all about. I just listened to a guru yesterday who sort of pointed that shit out, that most of the people, they're lucky if they even find out about it and then get a working knowledge of it, but very few just want to figure it all out and just dive into it, become a yogi or something. It was never on my plate. I'm just doing this shit to get along. It just came my way where I had to practice at their level, unfortunately. Oh well, it is what it is. Peace out. I can feel this world. That's why I got the fresh haircut going on. I know my world's going to pick up, hopefully. Kind of slow lately, but it's going to pick up.